Hello friend, this is Swapnil and welcome to Learn NCP app. So in this session we are going to see what is a static construction and how it is called. Okay, static constructions are declared by class method, class constructor statement. Okay, so here is the naming convention must be followed. If you give the any other name, then that will not be a static constructor. Now static constructor is a call. First point is before any other attributes and method by using a object variable and object method reference. So as in a last video we have seen how to call the instance attribute and static attribute. As this first one is an example of the instance attribute and the second is an example of static attributes. Okay, and this what was our second point. So before any other static attributes and method by using the class variable class method reference, and third one is a before creating of any object by using the create object, and the fourth one is a before registering an event handler method by using the set handler class method for object. Okay, so let's go to the SAP. And if okay, but wait, if you are the first time on my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get notification of my next videos. Okay, so stay tuned till the end and keep watching this video.
Friends, so I'm in my SAP system. So in the last video I have shown you how to call the statics method. Okay, if you still didn't watch this video, then you may find the link in the description, or you may also click on the icon about to watch this video. Okay, so today we will see how to use the static constructor. Okay, so for that what we need to do, we'll define one class cls1 definition, and here will be the end class. Okay, so here in the class we have public section, private section and protected section. So we will use as a public section here. Okay, so now we are going to define the static constructor. Okay, so we have already discussed like the static constructor is called using the class method class constructor statement. Okay, if you give any other name, then it will not be a static constructor. Okay, so let's follow the naming convention: class methods, then class class constructor. Okay, so this is the naming convention. This is the naming convention in order to define a static constructor. Okay, class methods class constructor. Okay, if you give any other names, then it will not be a static constructor. Okay, so it will be act as a statics method. Okay, so remember that thing, whenever you want to create a static constructor, you have to give this naming convention. Okay, class constructor. Okay, so so now we will define one more static attributes here, class. So how we define static attributes using a class data. Okay, yeah, in our last session we have already seen how to create a static method, how to declare static attributes. Okay, so you can find the link in the description, so please watch this video also, so you will get the idea about the statics method as well. So we will define is a code variable static text type. We'll give the name as a string. Okay, okay. We'll assign some value here, like this is static text. Okay, so now we have done with our definition part. Now we have to just implement this thing. Okay, so we have defined a class. In class we have a public section and static attributes and static method. Okay, sorry, this is coming because of we didn't implement the static method. Okay, so let's implement the statics method and implement the class cls1 implementation. Here we'll get the end class. Okay, so now we have to just implement the method static. So we'll write the new method class constructor end method. Okay, pretty printer. So now we have to so what we will write here, write this is static constructor. I will change this in static constructor call. Okay, so it is easy to understand. Okay, so now we have implemented the static constructor. Okay, Okay, so now the next one is here we will use the user event as a start of selection. Okay, so in the start of selection, let's suppose sorry, let's suppose we have to this method. Okay, so you, as you already know, as I already know, like we have also shown in the last video how to access the statics attributes using the class one accessing the statics attribute. Okay, okay, so for the to access the static attributes we don't need to create any object. Okay, as we have already discussed in the last session. Okay, so okay, so we are almost done with our static constructor implementation part as well. Okay, let's execute and we'll see how it's work. Okay, so now as you can see the we have the start of selection. Okay, and as you can see here first statement is right statics, we are calling this static text, right, this text. But let's see what will happen if you execute this program. Sorry, if you execute this program, if you execute this, so as you can see first the static constructor is getting triggered, after that the next statement is executing, right, this is a static. But as you can see here we didn't call any statics constructor here, right, but it automatically executing. Okay, okay, so let's take some another scenario. We just copy this code here. Second scenario. Okay, let's suppose we are copying code as it is and we will just uncomment comment this thing. Okay, so now this is the second scenario. In this second scenario what we are going to do, we will write some statement here. Okay, after the start of selection we will write some statement. Okay, right, this is object oriented to to tutorial. Okay, let's see what will happen now if we will execute this once again. So as you can see first the static constructor is getting called, after that this object oriented tutorial, and after that this is a static test. Okay, so let's suppose like if you define any statement after the start, if you return any statement after the start of selection, then it will trigger the static constructor for, then it will trigger the first static constructor for, then the system will go to the sequence whatever you have defined. Okay, consider static constructor. Okay, and let's suppose like I will just comment out this thing. Okay, and we'll execute this part. Let's see what will happen. Okay, see now as you can see only this is an object oriented tutorial. Okay, so it's not calling this text as so, and not this static constructor as so. Why? Because we are not accessing anything from this class, right? Whenever we will access the any attributes or method from this class, the first thing we'll execute that is a static constructor. Okay, so please keep this thing in mind. Whenever we will access anything from the static attributes from the class, then it will check if there is any static constructor or not. So if it is there, then it will always execute. Okay, so let's see some third scenario. Okay, so this was some second scenario. Okay, what we will just copy all this thing once again. Use a third scenario. Okay, executing, and we'll just comment this part. Okay, done. Okay, so now here what we will see, we will check with the statics method. Okay, what we will do, we will just define the statics method. Okay, that let's do here class method. Okay, okay, so we have not implemented this thing, so that is the reason giving error. Just let's implement this thing, the name as a method. Okay, method, and here end method, and here we will write statement. static method called executing. Okay, so now what we will do, let's comment this thing. Okay, so here first we will call only statics method. Okay, okay, so here we are just calling the statics method. Okay, just remove this part. Let's see what will happen. Okay, okay, so as you can see here now, again this is our third scenario. What we are doing, in which we have this statics method, sorry, this static constructor and static method. Okay, and as you can see here, we have just implemented static constructor and static method, but at the time of calling we are just only calling this statics method. Okay, only we are just accessing the starting method. Let's see again. Okay, so now as you can see here, first static constructor is getting called and after the static method is executing. Okay, so that how this is the way the static constructor use. So whenever you are accessing anything from any static attribute or method from the class, so if you will always check if there is any static constructor or not. If it is there, then it will always execute first. Okay, after that it will go to the because whatever you have defined. Okay, so friend, if you want to read some theoretical part on the class constructor, I mean the statics constructor, so you may refer to my website also. So link is also given in the description. From there you may read the all the thread scenario whatever you have discussed, some theoretical part over there also, and you may also copy the code for your practice paper from the website given in the below. Okay, so please visit the website once, so you will also get some knowledge about what is the statics method and statics constructor. Okay,
If you like this video, then press the like button below. If you have any doubt, then write me in a comment section below. If you want to learn more about a app, then visit to my website www.learnsapapp.com. The link is also given in the description. And please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get notification about my next upcoming videos. Okay, so friends, bye, signing out.